The amphitheater of the Orion Allied Academy shimmered with refracted starlight, its crystalline walls bending the glow of distant suns into long rivers of color. Hundreds of cadets, from scaled Verkan duelists to towering Grom shock troopers, filled the tiered seats. Their armor clinked, their talons tapped, their antennae vibrated with anticipation. Today was the Combat Aptitude Review, a tradition older than the Alliance itself. And at the center of the circular platform stood a single human, Cadet Ryan Holt, 18 years old, standard Navy-issue uniform. No armor, no visible augmentations, not even a ceremonial blade. Around him, whispers spread like wildfire. "Is that the Terran, the soft-world species?" hissed a Lythran, iridescent wings trembling. "I heard their gravity is mild." "Their war's primitive," a Verkan muttered with a dismissive flick of its tail. "Why bring a species with no warrior lineage to a combat academy?" boomed a Grom, his forearms crossed like pillars. Ryan ignored them. He had learned early that many species believed humans little more than diplomatic oddities, too fragile to be soldiers, too emotional to be commanders, too unpredictable to be trusted in the heart of battle. He intended to fix that today. The High Marshal floated forward on a grav platform, its spherical body glowing faintly as internal organs pulsed beneath its translucent membrane. "Cadets," it intoned, voice harmonizing between multiple frequencies. "Today you will demonstrate your species' warrior traditions. Step forward when your name is called." One by one, species presented their proudest combat traits. The Grom shattered reinforced armor plating with their bare hands. The Verkan displayed blinding speed and razor-tail precision. The Lythrans executed aerial maneuvers so delicate they could slice threads mid-flight. Applause echoed after each demonstration. But when the Marshal finally called, "Human Representative Cadet Ryan Holt," the applause faded into a silence so heavy it pressed against the walls. Ryan stepped into the center. A six-eyed Voralexian leaned forward. "Human, what weapons do your people favor?" Ryan shrugged calmly. "Whatever we can get our hands on." A ripple of laughter rolled through the chamber. The Marshal's lights dimmed in what passed for curiosity. Earth's entry documents state that humanity has lacked major interstellar conflict for centuries. Many here believe your species lacks a warrior tradition altogether. Would you clarify this? This was the moment he had rehearsed. Ryan took a breath, straightened his spine, and let his voice carry through the hall. "You want to know why Earth breeds no warriors?" he said. "Because we never stopped." Silence tightened around him. Ryan raised a hand, tapping his own chest. "You're looking at one." A murmur rippled through the gathering. He continued. "Humanity doesn't produce warriors by birthright or species enhancement. We make them out of necessity, out of stubbornness, out of the instinct that when everything goes wrong, someone has to step forward." The Grom scoffed. "Words are not strength." "No," Ryan agreed, "but deeds are." From the floor, the Marshal projected a holographic training drone, an armored combat sphere used only for advanced cadets. Its metallic plates shone like a miniature star. Level 1 combat drone, non-lethal, adaptive, fast. But the Marshal did not activate it. Instead, its tendrils flickered and the drone expanded, doubling, tripling in size. Plates unfolded. Energy shields snapped to life. Level 7, lethal threshold authorized. Half the amphitheater gasped. Even some elite species hesitated before level 7. It required reflexes fast enough to react in milliseconds and resilience to survive hits that could crack shuttle hulls. "Human Cadet," the Marshal asked softly, "are you certain?" Ryan stepped forward. "Start it." The drone's eyes ignited like burning coals. It attacked. A blast of energy tore toward Ryan, fast enough to vaporize an unarmored being. But he pivoted sideways with a fluid motion. Nothing flashy, nothing augmented, just precision born of 1,000 repetitions. His boots slid across the smooth floor, and the beam scorched the place where he had been standing. The crowd sucked in breath. The drone surged, launching a flurry of micro-drones, splitting, rotating, striking from all angles. Ryan didn't freeze. He stepped into the attack. His arm snapped upward, deflecting one drone with the heel of his hand. Another he dodged by inches, lowering his center of gravity. He rolled, pivoted, struck, each motion the distilled echo of Earth's ancient martial forms: boxing footwork, judo leverage, Krav Maga aggression. Techniques evolved not from tradition alone, but from survival against threats far more chaotic than a programmed machine. Energy blasts lit the arena like strobe lights racing across his skin. A laser skimmed his sleeve, burning fabric. Another grazed his forearm, blistering flesh. He kept moving. The drone shifted tactics, deploying shock tendrils. They cracked like thunder as they lashed the ground. One caught Ryan across the ribs, sending him skidding backward. Pain flared white-hot. The audience murmured. "Humans are too fragile," someone whispered. Ryan stood, slowly, gritting his teeth, breathing hard, but he stood. He wiped the blood from his lip and smiled. The drone surged again, faster now, analyzing his patterns. Ryan sprinted toward it. He dove under a slicing blade of energy, rolled to his feet and leapt, catching the drone's lower chassis. It whipped violently, trying to throw him off. His muscles screamed, his vision blurred, but he held on, climbing the spinning plates like a storm-rattled hull. A Lutheran cadet whispered, "He's going to die." Ryan grinned through the pain. "Not today." He reached the exposed joint between two armor segments, small, almost imperceptible, but humans excelled at finding weaknesses, at exploiting them. He drove his fist into the joint. Not once, not twice, but 7 times, each blow fueled by human stubbornness, human defiance, human refusal to yield. The joint cracked. The drone spasmed. Ryan ripped out a glowing core filament, sparks cascading around him like artificial lightning. The drone collapsed. The chamber fell utterly silent. Ryan dropped to the floor, chest heaving. He was bruised, burned, battered. But his eyes were steady. The marshal drifted forward, lights shifting in astonishment. "Cadet Holt, your species claims no warriors, and yet you dismantled a level 7 drone with no armor, no augments, and only basic training." Ryan wiped his brow. "Earth doesn't breed warriors by tradition. We breed them by choice." He looked up, meeting the gazes of cadets from 100 worlds. "Because when the universe asks, who will stand, humans step forward." Somewhere in the stands, the massive Grom warrior rose, pounding his fists against his chest in salute. Another followed, and another. Soon the entire amphitheater thundered with respect, not for humanity's past, but for its undeniable future. The marshal bowed its luminescent head. "Cadet Holt, Earth breeds warriors after all." Ryan nodded. "I told you."